blood pressure. Are there medications passed out for this? Yes. Now, should everybody have the same blood pressure? Well, I don't know. Let's check a study on that. Now, they named a study Mr. Fit. Okay, and don't you like the catchphrase there? I kind of like that, because if you're in the chemical product business and you're trying to sell a product to human beings that are poisonous and will kill you earlier, you need to have a couple of studies. So what they did, they went out and they checked 350,000 middle-aged guys. Now, out of the 350,000, of course, we're trying to make the study work in our favor. Okay, so we take 13,000 people out of that 350,000. We're going to put them in the study. What they did, they had a goal. They were going to lower everybody's cholesterol rate to what they considered normal. I think it was 200 or 180. And they were going to lower everybody's blood pressure rate to 140 over 90. Everybody. Now, remember, the quality of your life depends on the quality of questions you ask. Did the researchers ask, are we increasing the length and quality of their life? Did the researchers ask, are we helping the person long term? No, they just wanted to change the blood pressure number. And guess what? They were successful at it. They actually reduced the blood pressure levels of everybody involved in the study to 140 over 90. The problem is the people that took the diuretics to lower blood pressure died at a higher rate. So it was safer to not take the drugs. The placebo study worked better. They found out that diet and exercise, I know this is huge, and appropriate food choices lower the blood pressure better without dying. Okay, interesting, huh? Let's look at this one. Now, this is another cool drug. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli. Not only is it shown to reduce any type of risk of cancer, loaded again with soluble fibers. So if we have a choice of lowering blood pressure with a chemical that shows absolute increase in mortality rate, this means you die early, or soluble fibers, okay, these will clean the arteries and actually increase your risk of life. Okay, the side of this, okay, will actually help you. It works in tissue repair. It's ideal. The side effect of this is vitality. Now this, Lycopene, remember the top 3 leading causes of death in America: heart disease, cancer, okay, and medical care. Medical care, and we already talked about how preventative medicine, is that an oxymoron? Yeah, it can't exist. There is no such thing as preventative medicine. This, what we know is in tomatoes there's a substance called lycopene. Now this is one of the most powerful anti-tumor ingredients known to mankind. The problem is, if you take the lycopene out of the tomato, I know that's patentable and we can actually sell that, that it works better if it's still bound in the tomato. And what they said in the researchers, and this was interesting, they had a group of rats with tumors, they injected lycopene and then they injected whole tomatoes. The whole tomatoes actually shrunk the tumor faster. And when they asked the researchers, well, what, why did that work? They said, look, we're in the infancy of our research. It's going to take 10 years for us to decipher what's inside of the tomato. There's dozens of bioactive enzymes, and in their proportion and how they work, we just don't know. So when I talk about high science, about the brilliance that your body's designed to live on this planet, and I show you a tomato and say that this is going to fight cancer, can you just say, wow, that does make sense, but it seems too simple, doesn't it? It does seem too simple. Now here, one of the most prescribed drugs in America. Now this was in 2001. Okay, we already talked about women's health a couple of weeks ago. But look at this. $2 billion in sales. Now this is Premarin. This is pregnant horse urine, okay, put in a pill form, okay, and taken by human beings. Now they came up with a great idea, because this is a hormone that older women don't have, younger women do. So they says, this is going to be great. Okay, it's going to reduce heart disease, it's going to reduce your risk of cancer, and it's going to reduce your risk of stroke. It's going to be phenomenal. You're going to love this. Okay, so, and how many people love it? 2 billion in sales. The American SART Association doesn't recommend it. They say it's not good, that it can cause heart problems. But let's look at the reality of it. Now here, I had to fit it all on one page. First, it said it was going to prevent heart disease. According to the New England Journal of Medicine in 2000, it says it actually causes an increase of cardiovascular events. So it actually causes heart disease. It was billed at preventing cancer. This is the Journal of the National Cancer Institute, June 1998. Wait a second. This is 2001. 10 years ago, we knew that it's evident that postmenopausal hormones cause breast cancer. Okay, aren't you going to go like, oh, we knew this 10 years before and we're still selling this product? Okay, that seems some incongruency there. Prevents strokes. Okay, this is out of British Medical Journal, 05, just 4 years ago. Increased strokes by almost half, the fatal indisability of strokes. So obviously, if we found a better, healthier alternative to hormones, that would make more sense. And we're going to talk about hormones on how to cook it, because progesterone and estrogen, mimics estrogen in the human body. The problem is it's close. Now, has anyone ever dialed a phone? Okay. If you're off by one number, do you get like the house next door? Can you say, no, go next door? Okay, I just misdialed. No, you're off by one number. That's a big deal. Okay, so when they say this hormone is close to humans, okay, no, that's like we're close to the fruit fly. Okay, it doesn't work. It's poisonous. It's dangerous. And this is almost pure estrogen. We're going to talk about how progesterone balances it out. And guess one of the cheapest or the most abundant sources of progesterone on the planet are? Raw vegetables. Okay. Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. So Premarin will cause heart disease, will cause cancer, and will cause stroke, and raw fruits and vegetables will solve that problem. Now here, has anyone ever seen this advertisement for this chemical product? Have you ever heard of Advil? Raise your hand if you've ever heard of Advil. Have you ever heard of Motrin? Okay, now this is amazing stuff. They're chemical products, again, tried to sell to you because, the profit margin's huge. Here at the American Journal of Epidemiology, they say that there's a striking result. If you take a nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory, this means ibuprofen, Motrin, Advil, Tylenol, Excedrin, you have a huge risk of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. This is a type of cancer. Okay, and that's what number one and number two causes of death. I don't see any warning on here that says this will cause cancer, do you? Okay, now let's look at why you would take this. Okay, or why the company recommends that you would take it. First off, they say it will help with aches and pains, sore throat, earaches, pains, or fever. Okay. Now, to take a chemical to change the outcome of those. Remember, the quality of your life depends on the quality of questions you ask. The quality of question is, what are the effects of this Advil I'm taking? Does it increase my risk of lymphoma, but it helps my elbow so I can play sports better? Is that a fair trade? No. How about we actually solve the problem of it? Now here, this not only will help a fever, but eliminates a lot of different viral, fungal, and antimicrobial. It has an antimicrobial effect. Viruses, funguses, and bacteria are killed by garlic and onions. So, in fact, in World War I, they used to make a paste out of garlic and put it on wounds, and it would stop bacteria growth. The Roman soldiers, most disciplined group of men on the planet, would riot if they didn't get their daily ration of garlic. Have you heard of E. coli? Yeah, E. coli in animal processing, because we have very sick meats. Garlic, E. coli can't live in the presence of garlic. Okay, really neat. And we're also going to talk about a couple of recipes that you can use garlic in that actually help.